Hey, what's up, Josh? The way I'm reading that is like Yoda. Yes, I have Discord. It's in the description on all my videos. Let me see if I can find you a recent video. Oh, that's not going to do it. I need to get a chat bot for send it. There it goes. There's my Discord. That's in the description of every video. Which I'm actually that's what I'm going to talk about in my video. So I'm gonna give like a couple people. I'm gonna give time for people to kind of join. What's up, Twin? How you doing? I'm gonna let my clan know I'm live too. But I am gonna record my video, and then I'm gonna record pulling shards. Both of them live on stream. Pulled Elva on the account and got a better score than what I had before using her as a 50. Yeah, no masteries. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah. That's something I think I may need to do too. Is push some of these really strong champions that I have at level 50, even if they're not booked and no masteries. Like, I need to get Mithrala into action, right? I need to get Shamil up and running, but I still think the next one is Lady Annabelle. Thank you, Dyra? Dara? Daria? I just got Physics, but don't know if I need her at the moment, but what to build her. So I pulled her while I was gone. So she was right here, day 270. I'm on day oh, it doesn't tell me anymore. So I'm 271 to 273. But yeah, I pulled Physics. You can't not pull her, so I wasn't able to do it on camera. I logged into the game, and boy, did I make some mistakes. So, uh, she's good. We can talk about her kit while I wait for let people join. Dark elves. I really like that she's a dark elf too. That's actually really valuable. Dark elves, they've got good. She's a really good dark elf, but especially if you went Kale early, and then you have Coldheart in there, and maybe Paragon, and a couple of other kind of easy to obtain champions. Oh, and Mithrala for free. Like to get both of these at the same time. I mean, the two of these could probably just do faction wars. You might not 5-star it, but you should be able to push pretty far. You know what I mean? So, and then you have Kale on top of it, who most people will have, and have him 6-starred, right? So. Oh, yeah, we're looking at her kit. What am I thinking? So, Soul Boost coming soon. Do you plan on pulling Souls? I'm going to wait and see when it drops, but if I do, I'm likely going to pull just Mortal Soulstones. Maybe an Immortal Soulstone or two. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure. Because I haven't really, done the math on it or anything. If there's another event going on during it or anything like that. Okay, let's stop getting distracted. Roadblock. All right, physics. So we've got attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has an 80% chance of decreasing turn meter. So that books up to 100% chance. So 15% each. That's 30%. If you compare her to Armiger, he does 30%, but it has to be a critical hit. And affinity is an issue. Physics does not care about affinity because she is void. So really, really great A1. Also, she fills her own turn meter by the amount that the target loses. Even further good. Then she brings AoE decreased speed, which is valuable in its own right. It's more common now, but back in the day it wasn't as common. Certainly more common now to hit decreased speed on all enemies at 100% chance. And Void Affinity. Very important to remember this Void Affinity is really helps make her strong. And then you get Ally Protect. That's kind of bug standard. She is defense based, so she will have survivability. And then here on the A3, attacks on enemies, places a provoke for 1 turn on a 3-turn cooldown, and then gives a shield on her for 20% of their max HP for 2 turns. As a provoker, kind of weak. It is an AoE provoke, so it's useful in that sense. However, less useful for like Hydra, which really where you want provoking more than most areas. So, because a 1-turn provoke on a 3-turn cooldown, it's good. There's just so many better options these days, right? And even on my own account, I have a better option because what's his face essentially gets a 1-turn provoke on a. Oh, he's a lizard man. Sorry, on a kind of a true turn cooldown because of how it wrote his extra. I think why is it? So it's a 3. So it books down to it's a 2-turn. It's a 1-turn provoke on a 2-turn cooldown. So he's a slightly better provoker. Oh, a lot of chat to catch up on. No, never mind. Yeah, I got Nergigante on the last boost for her, and I'm able to do lots of damage and healing with her. Yeah, she's the best, provoker in the game, in my opinion. That's why I don't know if you want to build her at the moment. Yeah, if she comes really late. On a free-to-play like this, very useful. On my main account, ass. Just not useful at all, because before hard Fire Knight, top tier. Because a 2x hitter. So she did what Armiger could do for turn meter control, while also, sorry. So she does what Armiger can do, which is turn meter control on the A1 on a 2x hitter for the same % chance. So she was an upgrade to Armiger, who most people used back in the day for turn meter. Unfortunately, now with hard Fire Knight being the freeze mechanic, they're only useful to get you into Fire Knight hard, and then you're looking at completely different champions that don't really intermingle with that. So, for this account, I'm already gonna I could go into hard Fire Knight right now if I wanted to. If Cold Heart was leveled, and I have Newt, so really I could do some of the early Fire Knight stages. I'm just lazy, but we're about to fix that. So it's really hard to fit her in the current meta. Haven't been able to push really far in there. She's good for Fire Knight because you get to decrease speed, and you get the turn meter control on the A1, and Void Affinity, so it doesn't matter what affinity she's on. If you pair that with, if you don't have an Allure or really good turn meter control, you could pair that with something like an Armiger on the team, and you're going to have your turn meter control figured out right there. Now, obviously, this account is blessed because not only do I have Allure, but I also have Newt, which is insane, and so Vizix really isn't necessary for my account. Your Carl can be good for hard Fire Knight. Exactly. I have your Carl leveled. He doesn't have masteries yet, but he does have a few books on him by accident. Tyrell is good on Fire Knight. I used him for a long time back in the day, but what I really, who's I think people don't think about Armands for Fire Knight. I'm going to be making a video soon on Armands and how he has completely made one of the hardest fights in the game, at least for me. It's just super easy. And I'll talk about that in another video. But so if you're just joining us, I am going to record kind of a quick catch-up video that will come out later on tonight, and then we're going to record the shard pull, because technically I think I said like 9:30 or something, and I just got on early. But I want to record a video. It's information that you guys want too, so I'll record that video, give you guys an update on the account. That's going to be the free-to-play video, and then I'll probably just do, because I'm not pulling that many shards across the two accounts. Not even 20 shards. So I'll probably just put the shard pull on that video. So we're just going to do the shard pull and then roll right in. Or sorry, we're going to do the video and then roll right into the shard pull. But I got to give everybody an update because I haven't recorded a video in a minute. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to hit record here, okay? So bear with me. I might not talk to chat as much, and but we're going to get through it real quick, and then I'll start pulling. Same rules as usual. If I pull a legendary or higher, I'm not gonna do extra gifting on a mythical or anything. But if I do pull a legendary or higher, I will gift a membership in the chat. So, okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Roadblock. I am back, and we are on the free-to-play account. So things did not go very well for me while I was away. I didn't do a lot of what I said I was going to do. I did get the artifact enhancement event done. I did complete that, and through the artifact enhancement event, that's not this one. It was the one before this one. I was able to get more stuff for the summon rush, which is over, and I pulled couple of I pulled a duplicate Phenax, so nothing too special there, although he is a champion that I absolutely want to give a +4 to, so I'm actually really happy about that pull. And then the other one I pulled was interesting. It was a Zargala. Now, I do think she's probably not as insane as maybe she used to be, but she was known to be pretty decent. If you look at her reviews, you'll see pretty, kind of middling in the new stuff, but in the old school stuff, still pretty solid. So I fully expect to keep an eye on her and possibly use her in some way moving forward on the account. Certainly for faction wars, because that faction is not only is Orcs kind of light on legendaries compared to other factions. I'll say that. I mean, I do have Seer. I was going to say I don't have that many great Orcs, but I realized I did realize I had Seer. So, okay. But I wanted to catch you guys up. So that was one area that I fell short on. I didn't complete my quests both days that I was gone. I even failed to complete Clan Boss both days. I was able to get, and this was just due to a full miscalculation. I only did the Celestial chest over the last 2 days because I actually thought I 3-keyed it, and I took that for granted, only to find out I did 69 million instead of 70 million. So I just fell short. Let's go ahead and pop a quick nightmare since we're here. What's the difficulty? I think it was Force. I didn't see it, but let's see. Hey, 45. I'll take that for sure. It was Force affinity. That's a good affinity for me. So we get double rewards tomorrow. I'm excited about that. So just a reminder, tomorrow I do start streaming full time. I will be streaming at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will go from 9 a.m. until noon, at which time I'm going to go get my kids some food and probably just do some editing and some writing. And when I say writing, I mean like design, like writing videos, like coming up with scripts and things. I want to do a little bit more scripted content where I can kind of think about what I want to say ahead of time. It's still going to be the same vibe as usual, but I do want to take time to plan out and like think through my ideas instead of just doing what I did today where I like hit record and started talking. I'm going to kind of come up with an idea and say, I want to make a video about this, and then kind of write down my ideas, right? And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some video editing. I'm going to do some research and planning, so possibly figuring out multi-streaming, possibly setting up the new stuff that I have. So I bought my wife a camera for, I think it was a birthday or Christmas or something a few months ago, and she used it a little bit, but really not a lot. And I might use that as my new webcam to kind of, you know, change things up a little bit. So I'm going to try and improve the whole roadblock experience, if you will, and go from there. So keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. But I'm going to be doing all that stuff in the evenings, and then at nighttime I might stream, but it's not going to be a scheduled stream, and that would probably be around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it's not going to be every single night, and it might not always be raid at those particular times. That might just be me hopping on to try out a new game or do some other community-based games. I just, believe it or not, I did, however small it may have been, I did have a community before I started playing Raid Shadow Legends. So I may go back to making some smaller content for them and doing it live. Maybe not even making a series out of it, or, you know, keeping the YouTube about perhaps Raid, but doing some fun stuff for that. So keep an eye out for all this. You'll find this information on my Discord. I did want to talk about my Discord real quick because I saw today, I'm not going to say their name because they probably may not want to be in a video, but I did see in my Discord today a very interesting, hello, I am new to Raid Shadow Legends, ran across this Discord invite while watching some YouTube videos by I'm Roadblock, going back about 8 months when he start a free-to-play series. I am only 13 days into the game myself. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot to learn, though. I love this. I also love how welcoming the community was and said, hey, welcome, good to meet you, all that stuff. Don't sleep on the Discord. I think the Discord community that I have, it's a very small community, and everybody's really helpful in it. The link is in my description. I actually just had someone come into my live stream and ask me for the Discord invite. It's in the description of every video that I make. It's just a standard template that I use. So click on that link, get in the Discord, and come hang out and chat. You're going to find out when I go live there. You're going to find out when I put a new video out there, and you're going to be able to get a lot of help from different people, some people who are even better than I am at the game, which isn't saying much because I'm not that great at it, but they know way more, and we actively have debates and conversations in chat, you know, saying, or in Discord saying, hey, yeah, like, you know, I like this and this champion, and well, I don't like that champion, and, you know, well, I think you should go for this, and, you know, we get to have those discussions in there, so you can really learn a lot, and I'm going to be much more active in there because I'm kind of doing this full time now. So, all right, kind of got everything out of the way, the stuff I really wanted to talk about. As far as the account, nothing really has changed since my last video, other than me failing to complete those required tasks and some of the things that I had hoped to do with my extra time. Now, you'll see we are getting close to, this is the free-to-play. Yeah, is it the main account that's almost got the monthly done? Yeah, it's the main account. Okay, so let me make sure I'm on the free to play here. So I am getting close to sorry, let me rephrase because I was thinking about the wrong account. As far as the free to play account, not too much has changed. We're kind of waiting until Clan v Clan. Clan v Clan is in 2 days, should be anyways. So that's when we're going to get to use these 6 books and get Wixwell hopefully booked into the areas that we really want, and hopefully we get a couple of books today out of the Deck of Fate event. There are a few legendary books, at least 2, I think, from a video I saw earlier. And we're not going to get as many points. So points we get for a Primal Shard is 900. So we're not going to get that many chances to pull. I don't know that I really want to pull anything else, though, right now. I do want those books because Wixwell getting booked is extremely important, but I've got to be patient and reserve my resources. I'm not going to talk about it in this video because we have a lot of content to put in this video. In tomorrow's video, I will talk about the upcoming fusion, my thoughts on it. I know there's, I've seen what some of the content creators think. I'll share my thoughts on the fusion as well. And we'll be going from there. So I'm reading chat right now. This is live, by the way. I am streaming. I told you guys I would do it, and I'm doing it. All of my shard pulls will be live streamed. So you know how I talked about those night streams that may or may not be raid. If there's a shard pull that night, they will be raid related, and then we'll kind of I'll coordinate with you guys from there and see if we can find a common ground, common interests. But let's get to the fun stuff. We are going to pull these shards. I don't know where my brain went right there. I'm just reading chat too. Some people are saying like somebody pulled 17 shards and got one Lego. So let's actually talk about that really quickly. What am I looking for here? Obviously a mythical. Mythical, I mean, even as evolved as this account is, it would still change the account because I don't have to level them. They are instantly powerful. And we actually have surprisingly quite a few mythical tomes too. So we'd be able to put that to use right away. So a mythical is exactly what we're looking for. That's why we wait for this 1% chance. But I also have a 2% chance at a legendary and a 32% chance at an epic. Not too many epics that I want right now on this account. I kind of have the big ones that I really would want, but you never know. I guess Seeker would be one that I would really like because I don't have him, and he would be the key towards a Demitha team, which would then encourage me to get Demitha a little bit more. But I kind of think he valued himself out because he didn't do it, but I think the Wixwell team is just going to be easier to build and probably better in the long run, to be honest. So, which is the direction that we're going. The one other thing I mentioned to my chat before I started recording was my next legendary is still going to be, my next 6-star will be Lady Annabelle, which reminds me that I have to talk to you about Doom Tower because for the first time on the account, cleared Doom Tower normal on this rotation. So that's all 3 rotations. If we look at my avatars, you will see it's not there. Am I crazy? Oh, yeah, I am crazy. All 3 avatars for the normal difficulty are unlocked. I just have the hard difficulty to do now. Bommel is a hard stop for me, partly because of gear, but also partly because Lady Annabelle is only level 50. I do need to get her built a little bit better to finish off Bommel on hard. That is something that will be an adventure for me moving forward. That's an area of the game that we are going to focus on moving forward. So I am excited to get Bommel done. We still have 2 weeks. We're going to work our way up here. And then I do have a video coming out that I'm planning on doing talking about Armand's and how good he is against Dark Fae in the Doom Tower as well. So I think I've caught up on everything that so I'm kind of hard stuck right now on hard. So I'm sorry, I'm really getting distracted by chat. Let's go ahead and get these shard pulls out of the way so then I can just hang out with chat. And we are also, we're only at 12 minutes, so we're good for the recording right now. But let's get these out of the way. I kind of talked about everything I wanted. I'm just pulling 4, not anything more than that. So, and then I'm going to go do the main account. I am going to go do the main account after this. So, but we're going to start with the free-to-play. So, here we go. Let's see what we got. Starting with an epic. Okay. Rearguard Sergeant. Decrease defense on the A1. Decrease attack on the A2. Ally Protect with a continuous heal on all allies. Not too bad. Honestly. What's the percent chance? The decrease is 50%, so 65, so 75% chance. Not a great percentage chance. And then a 50% chance on the decreased defense with an ally protect. Not too bad. All right. Oh, also looking for any of the epics for Mikage or, you know, the legend. Another epic. Seneschal, Leech, continuous heal with perfect veil on a single target and so it's a continuous heal on a single ally or perfect veil. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna cut it. Not for this account, I'll say that. Going big with the epics. Another every time I see her, I want to say Flaja, because that's how... I know it's wrong. That's how Ash says it. I say Filha, or something along those lines. But, that's like 4 of her now. Oh, I need to put something in here. I did that. You know who you are in my chat. I did that for you. She is really good. I do like her. I don't have, the need for her as much, but I can +3 her right now. So she may have to just get the treatment. She may just have to get leveled and get plussed. I mean, you know, to be one of my nukers. The guy I was talking to just saw my comment and responded in the chat. Okay. Sorry, we're not done yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Red dots, guys. I'm sorry. The red dots got me. All right, one more primal. Here we go. I mean, 3 epics off of... Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about that. We pulled only 3 shards and got... Sorry, 4 shards and got 3 epics. I won't complain about that. I am going to do the deck of fates for both accounts here, so we'll start... mythical brew... Or, mythical. A brew. A keg. I'll be happy with a keg. Go random. Oh, that was... I saw purple and thought I did 2 purples. And 1 more. All right, we got a banner. And... yeah, I just can't I am very tempted to pull more. I really am. Because, slight spoiler, I don't know that I'm going to do the fusion on this account. But we'll see. I'm going to wait and see what comes out tomorrow. Well, whenever that stuff comes out. I'm assuming it's tomorrow. It's usually on that Monday. But I just realized we pulled two dwarves out of that. So, yeah, no, I know how good, how great of a nuker she is, and she's also really good, I think, in Dark Fae. It's a champion I'm certainly interested in. I'm just kind of behind at the moment, for lack of a better word. Thankfully, I'm going to be playing the game a lot more now, so with less and experiencing less burnout. That's kind of the big thing, you know, when you're working full time and you come home and the only game you can play, because you have to play it in order to keep up with everything, is Raid Shadow Legends. You get kind of burnt out pretty quick. So I'll be able to play it now, and then take time off and play other games that I've been waiting and telling myself I'll play tomorrow for a year. All right, let's go over to the main account. So we are done. Oh, I also am blocking the number of shards, so sorry about that. I got to be more conscious of where my head is. So let's do this. We got 12 primal shards. I could have just moved myself, but we've got 12 primal shards. So we're going to go ahead and pull these on the main account. Now, the main account has pulled more shards than the free-to-play, but only 23 of them. And I pulled a mythical. So it's actually been more than 23 because my... Oh, you know what? My tracker wasn't on when I did that. So on this account, I actually pulled a dupe Lady Mikage from Primal Shards. Again, this is the main account, guys. I want to be clear. This is the main account, not the free-to-play. The main account did pull a second Lady Mikage, who I +1 because there is no faction guardians for mythicals yet. I'm sure they'll put that in later, but still, +1, I'm not going to complain. And she has a 6-star blessing on her, so she's really, really strong on this account. But I would love to get any other mythical. As far as this account goes, would really like to get Crixia, because I have no cooldown reset, but I would also like Kaimar as a regular legendary if we happen to pull a legendary from this. I'm going to pull all 12 single, one at a time, just because it's only 12 shards. I'm not trying to stretch the video out or anything. I want it to be a little more suspenseful than just looking for a little red square. So here we go. All right, Jingle Hunter, not interested. Definitely not looking for a blue here. Okay. A lot more blues on this one. All right. Let's get an epic. Come on. There we go. Venomage. Okay. I might be able to plus them. I don't think I'll get rid of Jingle Hunter, but yeah. You got 2 mythical and you're free to play. Congrats, Malik. I do not have your luck, sir. I don't even think I'm going to get 1. I was hoping for a legendary, you know, on that 2% chance. But so far, not looking good. And I don't think we've even made any progress towards... Oh, wait. Not this account. Yeah, never mind. Dude. Womp womp. And that's why this shard pull goes on the end of a video instead of by itself. What about a remnant summon? So, all right, chat, help me out. Does it? I know this doesn't count for any events. Does it count for Clan v Clan points? Because I can wait 2 days. 30 primals and no mythical. CVC. All right, I'll wait till CVC. I'll be a good clan leader. All right. And champion chase. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. I don't really need help there too much, but okay. So I'm back over on the free to play now. You can tell up here. So no mythicals. As far as what happened on this account, pretty good. We have a little bit of time to talk about the upcoming event and if I'm going to pull. I'll definitely pull my Mortal Soul Stones during the boost. I'll wait and see. Did it say in the news? The Awakening boost? From Mortal and Immortal Soul Stones. Yeah, so I'll pull my Mortals. I don't know about my Immortals. I wish they were going to do some kind of tournament or event that would coincide with it. Like they did before. It's a little annoying that they're not. So. Oh, I'm also doing, real quick before we go, I am doing the Sand Devil to get the Immortal on this account. So. That's where my free energy is going, and I have 536 more energy to put towards it. Oh, we forgot to do the card flips over here on the main account. Maybe this can cheer me up. Okay. So, I'm going to assume there's a blue somewhere around here. We're going to go here. No. Alright, looking for a green. Looking for a green. Last chance, too. Hey! Alright, cool. Congrats on the 2 legendary books. I was not so lucky. I wonder, do I want to pull anything else on this account? I cannot afford to. I'm not spending any money on Raid Shadow Legends for the next 2 months. Well, okay, that's not entirely true because I still have on the main account. I still have the raid card, so I'm not going to cancel that. But um, I won't be pulling. I won't be buying shards. And I probably won't even buy the gem pack because I kind of am up on gems right now, and I can just be conservative. So, no real reason for me to push too much money on the account right now. So, we took our shot. We didn't get nothing. And then, like I said, I'll pull this during Clan v Clan. Okay, well, I'm going to call that a video. We're going to stop recording. I'm going to keep hanging out with chat for a little bit. Just to chit chat and answer some questions. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to have a video coming out pretty soon that's going to be a little more serious in tone and not, it'll be raid related, but it's going to, well, I'm probably going to throw it into a video. But just going to write down my thoughts and kind of talk about this channel and kind of the direction that I'm going and how you guys can really help me out. So as always, the best way to help me out would be to subscribe. So if you've enjoyed my content, feel free to click that subscribe button. It does help me out quite a bit. Feel free to like and comment. That also will help algorithmically and stuff like that. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, anniversary path tomorrow, maybe soulstones. Good point, Alejandro. I didn't think about that. That makes a lot of sense. That if that happens, I might pull a lot of shards. What is the rewards? So it looked like a skin. I don't care about the skin. Ooh, there's a sacred shard in there. They're gonna give a sacred shard. Awakening boost, anniversary path event. Task you with completing event objectives. During this event, you'll need to summon souls from soulstones and upgrade champions to earn anniversary coins. Yes, I'm going to do the dumb thing and pull. The other thing I did too, and I forgot to mention it on the video, I got a 2-star soul. Sorry, let's go back to the free-to-play. By the way, if you're wondering where I was reading that, on the Plarium, if you're on the computer, on the Plarium, there's a calendar. You can click on the calendar, and it'll give you a breakdown of what's coming. So we will be getting, which is awesome, we'll be getting points for our souls tomorrow. Back on the free-to-play now, I did get a 2-star soul for Arbiter because I wanted to just improve her. Now, 2-star doesn't mean much, but it gets me that much closer to the 3-star, and I was able to afford it by saving up the Immortal Soul Coins. And so I spent some of my Immortal Soul Coins in order to get the guaranteed soul for Arbiter. So I don't know why I would keep that 1-star when I have a 2-star. Same here. Must not have been paying. I didn't go through and cleanse this is what happened. At the end of the last time I did this pull. Let me get back caught up on chat. So thank you for pointing that out, Alejandro. Nice 1K of them. I got 2 legendary books though, grats. Posted my deck of fate in Discord. Is Gwendolyn the Silent worth booking? I feel like she's a dark elf, but I could be wrong. Oh, I'm thinking Gwyneth. Skinwalker. Oh, dude, yeah, she's really good. I built her. I realized as soon as you said Skinwalker. First of all, one of my favorite skins in the game. Second only to Cardiel. Just gorgeous looking. I love the way owls look. This is a good champion. 30% chance to extend debuffs on the target. Extremely valuable. Plus, you know, you get that up to a 50% chance on a 3x hitter. That's good. I've thought about replacing her in my Iron Twins team. Then you have AoE hit with decreased speed and leech, great for Hydra, and then decreased accuracy as well. Then we have another AoE hit, giving herself increased accuracy before doing it. It kind of seems weird, only stealing block debuffs, but be surprised at how valuable that can be against the Head of Mischief in if you're not careful in Hydra. Um, so I do like that ability as well. And then this passive is amazing. So increasing crit damage for every 10 points of accuracy they have grants an extra turn after this champion uses any 3 skills. So really cool passive. Very, very good passive. Just really good Hydra champion. I don't use her. I probably could fit her into one of my teams, but I don't have her booked. I don't have her mastered. I kind of just based on where I'm at on my account, she was less useful than other champions were for me, but I do think she's really solid. And this is something that's really, really good. Um, and there aren't that many champions that do extend it on the A1. I think Vizier is the other one that comes to mind. I'm sure there's a few others, but I know I'm familiar with Vizier. Um, it says extend all debuffs. I assume this doesn't include things like provoke and stun and etc. But if it did, I mean, that's really, really good. It does not. Yeah, I figured that much. Okay. It's still really, really good regardless, because if you think about it, it's kind of what you can do with the Wixwell team, right? So if you run 3 buff extenders, you can use the abilities that place the buff only one time. So, for example, I don't know why I do things the hard way. So, for example, Anchorite. This ability increase crit rate, increase crit damage on all allies for 2 turns, and then I can never do it again, right? I have that capability. I can use it once and then just constantly extend the buffs on my own team and not have to replace them, right? So then I'm just going back and forth between these 2 abilities and getting extra damage in. It's not going to be much, but it's extra. Similarly, you could do that with Gwendolyn. This is just thinking outside the box. I'm not saying you have to build her for the sole purpose. It's just a way of thinking about her. So if, for example, you take Geomancer, he places this ability. If it's on Clan Boss, the turn meter doesn't mean anything. But if you place the burn and weaken for 3 turns, and Gwendolyn just keeps extending that with her A1, whether you're using ally attack or counterattack or just able to get her fast enough to consistently attack with the A1 and extend these buffs, Geomancer can just go back and forth between these 2 abilities, extra damage. So, and that's kind of one of the advantages. And then you can also make sure buffs never fall off. So if you have affinity issues and say like Rathalos is going up, he's your decreased defense champion, his A1, and you don't want, that you're worried that that's going to fall off, or if you're going up against a negative affinity, you don't land it the first time, but you land it the second or third time, then you may not land it the 4th or 5th time that you use that ability. Gwendolyn can just extend it potentially. So just ways to think outside the box on her usefulness. To extend, yep. So Arjun has been using her in Clan Boss to extend poison and attack. I would say relentless over a stun set. I understand why a stun set would be good. If you're looking for progress in faction wars, I would do that. But you'd be better off doing that for champions that have AoEs but maybe aren't as useful elsewhere. I know he had an AoE hit. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that has an AoE kind of repeated hitting. I'm thinking something along the lines of Bellower. Like, I love Bellower in a stun set because all his attacks are attack all enemies. But I wouldn't want to do that for somebody that's a little bit stronger, where I would want something like Perception. You know, like, she's really going to benefit from Perception set. Gwendolyn would. Or Relentless, because she gets multiple turns on top of multiple turns on top of multiple turns. So yeah, and you're probably not, like Vodka's saying, you're probably using her in areas where stun is useless. You're not gonna be able to stun the Hydra heads, right? And quite frankly, I don't know if you have Armands, but the need for a stun set in regular content at this point, if you have Armands, is kind of unnecessary. It's really something that me personally, would distinguish down to faction wars purposes. Maybe secret rooms in Doom Tower, or Cursed City, if you're pushing that. This is your first legendary, and you don't have Armands. I would still consider Relentless. Very much so. Yeah, speed and accuracy for sure. So something I say, Arjun, since you said you're playing, you just told me and I lost it. Started like a month ago. Well, welcome. And I would say, one thing I talk about a lot on my channel is stats over sets. So if you look at kind of my top champions here, Blade Master, yes, he is in this gear. Wukong would be a better example. I do have some sets here, but look, all three of these pieces don't match. These two do, but they're really good pieces that I just got lucky enough to get crit rate and crit damage on with accuracy there. Like, I would prefer for these to have attack. My son Wukong, I'm really starting to feel his weakness now. Like, not that the character is weak, my build for him is weak. I need to finally, like, really buckle down and improve upon my good friend here, because he is really starting to fall behind. He's built really well for a free-to-play account, especially as early as my account is, but he's not hitting to the level that he should be hitting, and a lot of that has to do with my build. I mean, I'm sure I probably have... Let's go crit damage with crit rate substats. Yeah, like right here. I wish that had attack. Sorry, I'm now doing this. Hey, this is a pretty good piece. It's only 5 stars. I really want to use this 6-star piece that I just found, but I don't like the substats as much. Let's do 12 on this. We are in the middle of an artifact enhancement event, so I'm not really going wrong. Good rolls. Good rolls there. Too much crit rate on it, interestingly enough. Let's check the supersonic here. And I went into the defense. Why do I lose attack? Oh, it already had attack percent. I didn't realize that. Okay. With the extra HP, I kind of like that a little bit more now. This one gains some value because it's a crit damage set, if I could make that work, but also really good crit rate rolls. Really good for a defensive-based nuker when I decide to build one. So, definitely going to hold on to that piece. Nice to see you as well, James. Welcome to the show. You're going to be seeing a lot more of me live if you are able to. I was just talking about that in the video that's going to come out later this evening. So, in fact, I don't think it's going to slow down the stream too much. So I am going to block you guys just for a second and go ahead and upload that video. Because I'm going to go to bed at a decent time for a change. So I can wake up, do my morning routine, and get ready for the stream tomorrow. I know you have an update. I'm not going to install you right now. There's that. I'm sure there's no reason for me not to put this on camera for you guys. I don't think there's any magic secrets behind the scenes here, but just in case, I'm going to do it off camera. I actually always do my editing on this monitor. This feels very awkward for me. Okay. Almost done. Just going to release it as a regular video. It is a shard pull video, which those are kind of important for my channel, but I'm sure I'll get a chance to pull more next weekend. There we go. And export. Do I have attack percent or speed on my Wukong? I have speed, sir, because this account is far too new for me to be able to benefit off of only attack percent. Am I using Wix in my clan boss team? I will be using Wix in my clan boss team. However, not yet. He is not mastered, nor does he have any books into him right now, unfortunately. And I don't want that to be the case. I would like to improve that. If I'm going to do testing and use him in clan boss, I want to do it to the full power of the team, because I have a 4 key right now. Sometimes a 3 key, like we 3 keyed today, right? If we look at clan boss, I 3 keyed Ultra Nightmare today, and then so I was able to do Nightmare and double dip. I would hate to mess with that, only to fall short and all the, have put 4 keys in and then find out, oh no, this doesn't do as much. So I would rather wait until he is 100% ready to go, which also means that I need to have Anchorite 100% ready to go. So, and he is right here. I need to get him leveled up and everything. So probably during Clan v Clan, I will level him up. Sorry, I'm going to level up Lady Annabelle first. That brew actually is really going to help too. So right now, I don't have any food for Lady Annabelle. I mean, I have this bear that I could use. I suppose I could feed the big old panda bear. I don't think anybody would be upset at me if I was to feed the panda bear to my epic Lady Annabelle. I'm just waiting for the rage in chat. No, I'm not going to do that. So I could certainly feed. I need to level up a lot of food for Lady Annabelle. And the reason Lady Annabelle is next is because I'm stuck in Doom Tower. Hard. I completed normal. I have to get past this guy. Let's do that. We need something to do on camera. Okay, how are you going with the book of the deck of fate. On the free to play, not great. I only pulled 3 things, and I've been gone for 2 days, so I haven't played the game at all until today. So I was only able to pull 3 with 639 left, and I'm not gonna worry about it. There's only a few hours left in the event, right? So that's just the nature of my unfortunate timing for my need to leave. But let's see if we can get Lady Annabelle strong enough to pull this off. If we can get her strong enough at 50, I can start working on Anchorite, which would be really good for me. I did get a barrel, yeah. Not as excited about it, but I mean, hey, it's better than nothing, right? All right, first things first, let's see if we have upgrades in the accessories. We still do. It's still an upgrade, 6 stars, right? So we will equip that. And then HP neck, we should just level we should level the 6-star one, just flat out. Because she doesn't need any other stats off of a neck. She just needs the most HP we can give her. I will take it all the way to 16. So there's another 600 HP. I am going to pull my souls because there's a soul event. I said in the video that I wasn't, but there is a soul event, and I wasn't aware. So that's what I've been waiting for. I'm going to pull all my soul stones. I don't recommend that. A lot of people save their immortal soul stones in order to buy the guaranteed souls for the champions that they have or want to keep. But I'm not going to do that. So. All right. Now this is where things get a little bit trickier. So we're looking for an HP percent chest. But we really kind of want it to be either immortal or regen, which I don't have an HP percent chest for regeneration set. Hold on, you're confusing me, James. You're early game, but you have ninja? Oh, it says HP on the substat too. The problem is if this rolls really good, this could be useful for an HP-based nuker, perhaps. You were not very active. Okay, I gotcha. Well, hey, congrats on your soul for ninja. That's huge. Man, I'd love to do it in the future. If you ever want an account takeover, I'd love to do one for you because I've never had a chance to play with ninja. So that'd be fun for me. All right. I don't know if I want to upgrade this. I only have 2 million silver right now because I spent a lot during that most recent event. I just don't... Even if this rolled all flat stat, I still am not 100% sure it's going to be that much better. So I think I hold off for now. And then let's... HP percent gloves... This one brings more speed, but less HP. You have 2 mythicals, but no gear to get. Mythicals are pretty easy to gear for the most part. I mean, one thing to keep in mind at mythicals is you don't have to level them. Or you don't have to rank them up. You just level them to 6 stars and then throw gear on them. So, maybe you need an account takeover, because it sounds like I could probably help you find some really good gear to make them effective. You really just need perception gear probably for most of them, to be honest. Okay. So no HP gloves that I think are worthwhile. Even if this rolls on the flat stat 3 times, I don't think it's more HP than a 60% versus a 50%. You can do a takeover for me. Vodka, you don't need a takeover, sir. And I'm afraid to do... I'm afraid to do a takeover for you, because if I do a takeover for you, you're gonna laugh me out of the bit. I'm gonna sit there and try and coach you, and you're gonna be like, no, you're wrong, dude. Like, that's... I don't need to do that at all. And I'm like, all right, my bad. All right. Let's see. I've barely even touched Doom Tower. Maybe a month down the line when you'd have. You're gonna roast me. Down the line when you'd have gear to look at. Okay. What is your option on new? My opinion on new fusion. Oh, vodka. Did you not hear me when I said that I was gonna feed the panda bear to Lady Annabelle? By the way, I was trying to set you off. Um, my opinion on the new fusion. I don't have a thing to pull up for her. I don't like the kit. And I think it's able to feed Panda. All right, so going back to the fusion, I'm not a fan of the kit, and I kind of am not a fan of the type of fusion. If it was a fragment summon, I would go for it. And I'll tell you why. I have good resources right now. A. B. I could save it for a future pull. So, for example, I'm saving Yannicka for a better time. But because of the type of fusion it is, where it's a hybrid, so you're going to get fragments to build epics and then level and fuse the epics. Because of that, it kind of devalues the champion for me a little bit because I can't save her to get points later on. And I don't think there's anything in the kit that impressed me enough. However, I'm going to wait and see multipliers. It could be that she hits really hard and just no one thought about that. She doesn't ignore defense and doesn't really do much other than shield removal, I think. But the thing that the biggest thing is a fusion is a big commitment from any account, especially a free to play. And yeah, I'm not expecting big damage either. I'm hoping maybe they pull a fast, like, oh, you didn't see this coming, but she doesn't seem good enough. And if I'm going to do a fusion, it's got to be something worth the juice has to be worth the squeeze. And I'm going to talk about this in tomorrow's video, but I just don't think that she's worth the squeeze, Like, it's a lot of work to put in for something that will probably sit in the vault and be a little underwhelming, And that helps me save up more resources for the next big fusion or the fusion after that if the other one sucks, or maybe I get lucky and save up enough resources and then all of a sudden we have a 15x on like a Yumiko or a Krizia again or something, something crazy where I can be like, oh, I saved my shards and now I can pull and chase after this really good champion because the fusion sucked. So I almost pulled some of these shards in today's video to chase after these cards and try and get a legendary book or two, because that's actually going to help my account more than probably pulling another legendary right now. And it's not that I don't need legendaries, it's that I need to build the ones I have. So legendary books are at a premium for me, where like new really good champions would be awesome, but they're going to sit on the bench for a long time. So let's go back and finish what we started, which was trying to get Lady Annabelle up and running. All right, so we're looking for substats of HP percent and speed, but specifically on regen set or immortal. And that immortal piece is really good, so we're not replacing that. And we're not going with that one. So, I think... Oh, wait. This weapon, I think, was good, right? No. Because this regen weapon rolled better. Oh, this might have been her old weapon, maybe? I don't remember. Do I have a... Is this shield any better? It has the potential to be better. Let's take it to 12 and see what happens. Double speed, huh? Sorry, not reading chat. She's the only thing I really see a use for her is a Trunda Yumeko Hydra team where you have Arbiter, but generally that team doesn't need that type of member, so she'd be a waste. I do like the speed. Uh-huh. I mean, the defense will help a little bit too. Slightly higher defense on the shield. That's a tough one. The thing is, you know what? Okay, this is going to be kind of a weird way of thinking about it, but I'm not going to put it on Lady Annabelle. This is so much better for a debuffer. You got speed and accuracy rolls, plus a little bit of extra HP. Like, that's going to be really good on another type of champion. Where this piece is good, but it's good for Lady Annabelle because there's no accuracy on it. So you get that speed, you get that HP. I'm happy with that. Yeah, same here. Like this speed and accuracy, that's going to be useful for other champions, and I can still book this out too. Enchant this. So that's what we're going to do next. Let's get to enchanting. So we've got, I'm not going to go, I'm only going to use my 3-star glyphs because she is a one-trick pony, but I'll use a couple of them and try to get a 3-star. I want a 3 or higher out of these. Hey, I'll take a 4. Let's see how it goes. And then I'll decide. If I'm still too slow, then we'll see if I want to try it again. All right, we're getting good rolls. Getting good rolls. I should probably do a little bit of defense. Gotta do better than a 6. 2 6s in a row? Yeah. I've got 60 of these. I can go for 3 on the speed. Gonna be a little bit of a waste of silver, though. There we go. HP. Let's try and get another 4. Let's go, man. I'm getting really good help from the enchants. There we go. I mean, I got plenty of resources here. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I'll definitely take that to 3. There's probably better use for that somewhere else on another champion, but you don't often roll the stat you're looking for, so... And this is a champion we really need. Can I do it twice? I know I can't. This is not going to happen twice. Accuracy, that's fine. Okay. Nothing to enchant there. Oh, wait, defense. Resistance, you don't need any resistance for her. That's not how she works. Oh, wait. Sorry, I want to use a 4-star. Do I want to settle? I'll do a couple more. We'll go to we'll do, hey, there we go. All right. I should have made a video about this. and I'm realizing it far too late. And the reason I'm saying that is because I could have shown how powerful enchants can be and to not sleep on them like I did on this champion, right? Like I was complaining, well, I don't have enough speed and power to pull off this fight, and the whole time she wasn't even ascended. Like that's on me. I need to be better. I need to be, you know, making sure that I'm paying attention to how much effort I've actually put into the champion. There we go. Do I want to take that to a 3 though? Not to a 3, but I will take it to a 2. I don't want to spend the bigger stuff since I don't really have a way to farm it yet. I bet you this makes a huge difference. This is why streaming is so... Who do you think is in my dark... Who do you think is in my Dark Fae 120 hard team? I'll show you my Dark Fae 120 hard team. I'm not there yet, though. So for the first time, I'm farming 120 hard Dark Fae. I want to do this. Okay, give me just a second. I know how you feel about this lead, Vodka, but I still stand by it. We need the speed. Sun Wukong. Sitting there looking for her. She's right there. Do I have Soul Drinker on this account? He won't live that long, so maybe that won't matter. Oh, Wave Clear. That's dangerous to start with, I know, but we need these waves to be easier. And I guess you... Carl. Alright, I'm gonna let this run. And then we'll hopefully come back to it when it's still on... What's his face? So... My team... my team, I used to have to, like, semi-manual it. I've talked about this in the past. Oh, shoot. I'll be able to unlock that today and show you guys. But, so, I kind of don't want to use the key. But this is my team. So, I've got Lady Kimmy for the speed aura in Doom Tower. Armands, 2 Newts, and Baron. Very, very easy team. And Baron is just a monster. I am also going to tell this to start running. Start auto climbing, please. Who died? Yeah, Carl. Okay. Probably. Oh, shoot. Shoot. This isn't going to work. Alright, so this is the Bommel team. It should already have what I need pre-programmed for round 3. Yeah. I need to turn these off. Normally it doesn't... No. Sun Wukong. She has Sun Wukong. That's a problem because she will life swap Sun Wukong and put the revive on her. So she'll still do that. Oh, you're saying she can only. Yeah, so that's what I was afraid of. I was like, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Why did I use Rathalos instead of... I mean, it doesn't matter, but who was the other champion? Oh, Armands. But I don't think it matters for this difficulty of wave. I think I can get by with this team. I love how many of you show up for my streams. If Archer isn't in it or Armand's for Dark Fae makes it stupid easy. Um, yeah, well, so I like, because Dark Fae is defense based, so I kind of like Armand's a little better because he's squishy. The problem I have with Armand's is that I put rings on the reaction accessories on him for PvP, and I keep them on. So sometimes I can get myself into trouble. But the good news is that because he doesn't nuke, it doesn't get out of hand. Your auto wave team might struggle. I think the wave they are on is a Roto Siffy wave. I mean, on my main account? Yeah, we'll find out. So far, so good. You know, I have... Oh, I should probably show you the breakdown of the team. I actually have Armand's saving his, for this progression team, or for this wave team, Armand's only opens with his A2, and he never uses polymorph, and then he never uses his stun again. So I always have it for each wave as the opener. So we start with a lockdown, and then that gives time for both Archer Queen and what is what? Dude, my brain. Mikage. To just rotate through their stuns. So it kind of helps keep it stun locked. What I found is, I'm discussing mine right now. What I found is that if I don't do that, and everyone just happens to have their cooldowns off cooldown, or on cooldown going into the next wave, then I don't get the crowd control that I need, and they get a turn. But with this, you'll see, like, even if it starts to get hairy like it did there, I was able to lock everyone down again. Your auto, I don't have no Newts or Crizia, so my team is kind of slow, but still fast. 114 is the Siffy Rotos wave. But yeah, this wave clear team has been working for me. The only reason I really use Trunda, she's just my best nuker, my best built nuker on the game. I could use Baron, potentially, but I do like that she also brings HP burn, which can just do more damage, especially as they take their stunned turns. You see how they're like doing all that extra AoE damage to each other? So that can prove pretty handy. I don't use Seer. Yeah, that's surprising, but I don't have... So I use a Seer team at the lower levels. I don't have a cooldown refresher, other than Emic, and the rare ones. And this particular run doesn't bring enough buffs to get her damage out. So instead I bring a Crizia, or sorry, not a Crizia. I bring Trunda because she's the most powerful champion on my account, and she puts in plenty of work. Yeah, Seer's great, but she fell off for me. I found myself using my Mortu Macabre in the later rounds because I had to take hits. So on a team that stun locks like this one, and I'm not bringing any buffs to the team, at least not enough to get value out of Seer, and the enemy isn't buffing, Trunda, it just does more damage. And again, brings those burns and brings an extra stun sometimes. Maybe. Yeah, if I had the cooldown refreshing and I could just chain a team, you know, like just guarantee that I can have the exact layout every time, fine. But any Seer teams that I run on this account, I have to take hits, and at a certain level, Pythion ain't surviving anymore. All right, so maybe if I did like a Pythion Duchess team or something, but this. I mean, this works. It's a little slow, but it works. And I'll say this, with the auto run mechanic now, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, baby. It's like I'm totally fine with a nice slow run because I can just say, hey, go do that, and then find out that my Lady Annabelle team doesn't work. Right? Okay. So what could be happening? I know what's happening. I know what's happening. And it's the bombs being placed on her. So maybe a speed aura isn't the answer. And maybe resistance is necessary. Because you'll see, it's not the big bombs on the floor, which we are going to get a few. It's that bomb right there. Can you kill everybody, please? You're proving vodka right, and I'm not happy about it. There we go. Yeah, see, those going off will never kill her. Now, see, that bomb, if she takes too many of those, can add up. But so far, this is looking good, right? She can't get too low here. You know, it could also be that maybe there is a magic number of bombs that just kills her, but... Oh, the burn. She's starting to get a little low. She needs to heal all the way up. There we go. That one got a little scary. So is it the stun that's doing it? Or is it the two bombs and we've just been lucky enough to see because she's stunned? No, she took an HP burn and a bomb there and survived. This is looking fine. I just realized Sun Wukong doesn't bring War Master either, but he is going to do enough. This is usually about a 10-minute run, and we're about on pace for that, so... She got a little low there. I love how I'm saying low. She's at 70%, but... I'm inclined to believe that that's low because she died in the previous run. Maybe she died on the wave and I didn't see it. So here's the thing, like she could take 100 bombs. She literally just fills her HP back immediately after they die. Like, so even if she takes them back to back, unless they're capable of doing more than her total HP, she's fine. Oh, if she gets too low, though, and takes one, she could die before she heals up, I guess? Like right now... Nope, see, she still healed the full. That was the lowest we got. That was the scariest, yeah. %39%. Got it. Okay. That's what I was talking about, was his stream. I'm not on comp, so I can't talk in stream, but I think he may have... Oh, I may have fucked my... Or, shoot, sorry. May have effed my hard run. Think you can get me this week for Brutal, Rocky? Let's see. Hey, I have Mards. I haven't done any of my keys yet, dude. I'll be able to do stuff. So, yeah. Wait. Sorry. I'm sorry. The bombs... You're saying... She shouldn't take 2 bombs at all. And when you say that, you're talking about the ad bombs, right? Not the debuff bomb. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Good thing Sun Wukong died there. She's fine with the debuff bombs, as long as she's strong enough. I wish I could have watched that first run and find out why it wasn't working, because so far everything looks good. Oh, you mean how, yeah, the fight works. She'll never have 2 debuff bombs. Got it. There was somebody else said something about the Oilers. He's a Canadian. I'm happy to say that the Oilers are 3 minutes away from the Cup final. What? Is the Cup final starting tonight? And it's just starting at... Or they're 3 minutes away? Because I thought they already made it. Who's a Canadian? Because I am not a Canadian, by the way. Did you say I sound Canadian? My wife says I sound Canadian. She sounds more Canadian than me. She's from North Dakota. You're Canadian. Yes. I don't really have a team that I'm cheering for. What an insult. I don't have a team I'm cheering for in the final, to be honest. My Capitals did not make it, so... Oh, I found the feet. We'll tune that up in a second. I really want to keep an eye on this, because it seems to work when I'm watching it. I think McDavid might finally get his cup. I do want McDavid to get a cup. I mean, for the same reasons why I wanted Ovechkin to get a cup. I mean, Ovechkin's my team. I definitely wanted him to get a cup. But when you have skilled players, it always kind of stinks when they go through their career and they're not able to get a cup, you know? It can definitely be a slight on their career unnecessarily. And what, the Oilers? Is it the Oilers and the Panthers? It's gotta be, yeah, right? So I'm sitting here debating it in my mind. Do I want the Oilers? Do I want the Panthers? Do I want the Oilers? Do I want the Panthers? I really want McDavid to get a cup. But at the same time, it's really funny to me if the Panthers win. I know they're good now, but, like, I mean, it's kind of like the Atlanta Thrashers. Like, you know, like, they've always been... Oh, my God. That may have been really loud for you guys, and I apologize. My microphone came completely out of its stand. It's just funny to me to see a team that was so bad for so many years be good now. And that my team was one of them. I mean, you know, the Capitals were a joke since the, you know, after their cup run in the 90s, they were always, you know, a joke. Then they get Ovechkin, and it's like, you know, now they're a perennial playoff team. I think that's the right word. So it would be nice to see the Panthers. Does Florida have a cup? This would be their first cup. Yeah, okay, I'm cheering for the Panthers. Hate to say it. Audio muted. Uh-oh. Testing. No, what? I'm not muted. The in-game audio muted. Yeah, the in-game audio muted because I tabbed out of the game. I was probably... Wait. Let's see. I may be mistaken. Was Ovechkin a Canucks player when they lost? No, Ovechkin has always been a Capital since he got drafted. His entire career has been and will be with the Capitals. He has 2 years left on his contract, and that's basically just so... Let's go! Basically just so he can hit the goal record and take that away from Gretzky. Oh, well. I'll let my normal team do this while we troubleshoot this one. What did we run into? Candifron? I'm assuming we just didn't crowd control Candy. That's the only thing that makes sense. I mean, if this wave gives me trouble, I'll just bring Harima. How are the candies so fast? I need to find a way to stagger that stun. Especially since I don't reuse Armanza's stun. Like, they're getting way too many turns. This is the wave that did them in, so if I do that... You don't get a turn, sir. And... Doesn't matter. Stun? Oh, good point. Forgot about that. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it was, because he had one Soul Drinker dead. And I don't have a block. Oh, shoot. That Hex is going to kill them. You know what I can do? If I'm going to have to, is put my Lady Macog. No, that won't work. I'm afraid to sleep him. I can do this. That'll do it. 50% health. There you go, friend. Oh, I thought that would get him. Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like I can auto this wave. Oh, I should have not done that. Just because I did all that manual work, I'm gonna go ahead and auto or manual this, because I would hate to set it to auto and then have it fail and have to go redo that manual all over again. That's exactly what it was. The Soul Drinker died and the bombs got me, and it has to be. If we're still streaming when I get back, we'll jump back into the stream. Sounds good, Mards. I probably won't be. My plan is to go to bed around midnight, so I need to. I'm not gonna be able to stun them here, and I don't have polymorph. Let's get a big chunk of damage out. And there we go. Give me some turn meter. I was gonna polymorph, but I don't need to do that now. Yeah, I can't see any possible way that this fails, so. How's this one doing? Yeah, slow and steady. Wins the race. Ow. Just popped my jaw. Oh, shit. Here's the wave. let's see what it can do. What's up, Sean? And let's make some progress. We did make progress. We beat Bommel. The video I just uploaded, sitting there talking about how I can't do Bommel and I was gonna give up, and then I was like, hey, let's try it on stream, and sure enough, I did it. Okay, there's the stun. I was like, we're gonna need a stun here soon, guys. I can't turn it off auto because I did the auto climb. Ah, what's up, Hammerden? Wait, a blind squirrel can find a nut every now and then? Are you saying because I beat Bommel? Oh. Yeah, it'll be easy. I just gotta manual it. That's how I can stagger that, by the way, if I think about it right. I need to have her, instead of opening with the stun, just open with the... Does this work? That does work! That did a bunch of damage because of the way that her Cloak of Ages worked. Because the sheep was so low, it did so much extra damage. And because it's a sheep, too, I assume it takes less of some kind. Or more damage of some kind. Alright. Alright, that healed her up. Do I want to go stun again? I'm going to keep her in this mode, because I would like the ally attack, I think. I mean, it could just be that Trunda hits hard, too. Like, I don't want to get too crazy with it, but that looked... I think I killed the Rotos here. Because he would have taken a turn and probably would have messed me up. And I think we need the stun here. I mean, that's the good thing. Well, that's where Polymorph comes in handy, because I take him to 50%, so... Polymorph would take everyone to 50%, I guess is what I mean. think I can get her with A1s. Not really afraid of Pixneal, to be honest. And everybody on this team has turn meter except for Trenda, so... Well, and except for Archer Queen. There we go. I don't need to polymorph anybody this time. Oh, okay, so let me talk about my day, now that we got some time. So, last night, when I was on my way home, I got a text from my wife that said that the internet had gone out. And, you know, if I knew why, because I used to... the job that I just quit, I was working for my internet provider's company. And so I was, you know, trying to figure that out. And it came back on, so it was a non-issue. Well, when we woke up this morning, it was out, and then it came back on, and then it was out, and then it came back on, and then it went out, and came back on, out, on. Did that all day. So I went back to work, took it in, was like, hey, this isn't working. Got a new one, and fixed it. I'm so glad I did that, though, because just no more issues. And I was worried I wouldn't be able to stream tomorrow, you know, because I was like, the time that I said I was going to start streaming, they wouldn't have been open yet to give me a new one. So it was just a real crazy day today. But I am glad to be back up and running. You're worried for me too? Because I didn't have internet? Yeah. I'm glad, though. I'm glad that they actually gave me an upgraded one, which is good. So I won't have to worry about it in the future. Let's do this and do this. Perfect. And there we go. I have a question for you guys, and I'm mostly talking to I'm talking to all of you, but I know a lot of you guys have expressed to me it's a really hard subject for me to broach, and it's not related to what I just talked about, but what are some ways that you guys can think of to encourage more like I said, it's a tough subject to bring up. All right, hear me out. I'm just going to talk. We're all friendly here, right? So I used to stream on Twitch, and what I used to do, and I didn't stream a lot. I was certainly not a full-time anything like that. But what I used to do was I would get all of my friends, family, coworkers, and I would get a whole bunch of them into my channel, and I would get maybe 10 people, which is crazy. Like right now we're at 13, but we hit a peak of 20 on this stream, right? And that's usually my average views per stream is 20. And this was a very short notice, small stream, right? But even back then, when it was just friends and family, I was getting more on Twitch. It's subscriptions, right? On YouTube, it's memberships. And I feel like people are less inclined to do the membership on YouTube than they are to do a subscription on Twitch. And by no means am I saying that that's going to be life-changing if I can, you know, what I would get from that group, I'd probably get maybe 5 or 6 subscribers, right? I'm just curious if anybody can think of a reason why it would feel different on YouTube. Yeah, that's a big part of it too, is that Prime sub that people can use on Twitch. Um, that's a really good point. And I'm not asking anybody to do anything they can't afford. So the reason that I want to do streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch, this is in relation to what Sean just said, is because I get it's a better discoverability. So like I just shared with you guys, right? Like I would stream to I would go I would call it work. I would spend 2 hours messaging anybody I knew from my time in the military, from um back in high school, from my family members, and say, hey, listen, you're not doing anything tonight. I'm doing this stream. Do you want to come hang out and watch me play video games or whatever? And like I said, I'd get about 10 average viewers um, during those streams. And I'll talk about that in a second, Arjun, because you're right. And I'd get a couple people to throw me their Prime sub and all that, and then a couple people would like gift some subs and things like that. But that is it. And then the very next night, I would stream again, and I wouldn't do the 2 hours of work. I wouldn't message everybody. I wouldn't beg and plead for views. I would just stream to one viewer for 3 to 4 hours, maybe 6 hours, and it was just myself. And that's why I like YouTube, because here's the thing. Yes, I had 20 people watching me, but I had 78 people come through this 2-hour stream. That's more traffic than I ever saw on Twitch. Period. So now there is multi-streaming, and I get that, and that's probably the way to go. But I also don't want to pull myself in too many different directions just for money, because it's the reality. The only reason I would be streaming on Twitch is to get subscriptions. The platform doesn't offer me anything other than a different way for people to give me money, and I don't feel right about that per se. So I don't know. Okay, let me read the both platforms allow you to stream on multiple platforms. Yes, they do. No multiple streams to stream. Yeah, you can do both. I'm looking into that, and I have friends who do it. I question. Sometimes I question my ethical and moral kind of concept if I'm making a decision only for money. Because it is the... Yeah. I really should do it, and I probably will. I mean, I give free coaching now on YouTube, Skydoodle. And by the way, like I said, this is a friendly conversation. I'm not trying to guilt anybody into making any decisions or anything like that. That's just not who I am. I think most of the people in here kind of have been around for my channel for a while and have kind of seen the type of person that I am. So I hope that I've set enough precedent to be able to have these open conversations. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to... I don't want... It's really easy to look at content creators and be like, they're in it for the money, or they're in it for X, Y, and Z. And it's like, I want to help people. I want this. Man, this... Being able to have conversations with people while playing video games like this is awesome. And I never got to do it, because when I was like, I'm going to be a streamer, way back when, like, I gave up on it. And so... way back when I was like, I'm going to be a streamer, and I took it seriously, and I was like trying hard and streaming every day to my one viewer, it was incredibly difficult to get through that. Ooh. Who's better here? And that's why I'm excited, James. So I'm excited to be streaming full time because I can break down that fourth wall more. I can have those open conversations with my chat more that I'm really excited about. Somebody who has kind of inspired me to be a little more um and it's really funny. I don't watch his YouTube or his Twitch channel. I only see his TikToks. But I think his name is Thor. I don't even know the name of his channel, if I'm being completely honest. But I see him on TikTok all the time, and he has these open, candid discussions. And that's, first of all, that's the type of person that I am. And I feel like I've had a few interactions with people in content that have given me advice, great advice, not in any way disparaging any advice I've ever received from anybody related to this. I am open to every type of feedback I could possibly get on how to improve or change or do anything on my account. That being said, the one thing that I'm always that I feel like gets lost in translation sometimes is I I only want to be myself. And the reason I only want to be myself is because I feel like if I'm not being myself, I'm just that you guys will see it. You know, something will happen. Not even like a slip up per se, but I feel like something will happen at some point where it's like, oh, he's just fake. Like that's not he's just saying that for this reason or that reason, you know? Let me get caught up on chat here. Uh Fairly new, but it's good. I just responded to that fourth wall break. Some of the streams I know that do both actually prefer YouTube, but they have a fan base on Twitch, stream on both. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I have to do. Sean Butterfield, I've seen many people from different communities go from nothing to over 20K, or one friend that is over 100K subscribers. Your free to play channel is cool. Keep pushing content. 100%. Not quitting anything. If anything, I'm doubling down on content creation. I used to stream on Twitch, been years ago. I was the first English speaker to do a video on Richtof the Bold Solo Farmer. Well, that's awesome, dude. Like I said, any feedback, any advice that you have, I'm all about it. Um, I wanted to respond to one thing about doubling down too. So the whole like double down that I'm doing on content creation, I mean, it's kind of twofold. So I got my degree in August. And or no, sorry, I got my degree in December. I finished classes in August, and I haven't been able to find work in the career that I got my degree in. Um, that's not a complaint or anything, but you know how people say like when they go to school, they like say somebody went to school for like engineering and they took a photography class or something and they're like, I want to be a photographer. You know, like you find your passion. I didn't take a class for this, but I did this while I was going to school as a fun hobby, and I love it, and it's finally like working for me, and it's something I would prefer to do over the career that I got a degree in, but you know, responsibilities, right? I got a family and all that stuff. So it's one of those things where I want to find ways to make it work to the best of my ability in the short time that I have this experimental window. And I just read that vodka. That's funny. That's the other thing too, is this game, it's not solved, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to necessarily come out with anything that's going to blow up. I mean, like my biggest blow up video was the one where I was crying because I couldn't do the fusion and everyone murdered me in the comments, which was one of the more eye opening experiences for me. So I have a stun set on Soul Bond, and this could be a really good secret room on a free to play. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I'm probably not going to get this champion for many, many months. Um, huh. Stun set. We got. Because I don't know that I'm going to be able to nuke these guys. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think I thought about crowd control a little bit. I mean, the sleep maybe. I don't know if her accuracy's high enough. Let's find out. Thanks for listening to me on that, guys. I mean, honestly, like, there we go. New Savage Gloves in the Discord. Let's take a look. And attack percent too. Congratulations. Now ascend it. And let me see. You don't have enough resources to ascend it, I can see, but I want to see that ascended with get that lucky crit damage roll on the crit damage. We don't need this, so just A1. But congrats, dude. That's awesome. Hey, what's up, comp? You missed all the fun stuff, man. I'm sorry. I already pulled the shards, and you just missed me have a real heart-to-heart with chat too. Guess you gotta watch the VOD. I'm sorry. That is really, really, really good gloves, though. Nah, you're good, comp. That's why VODs exist. You can boot Rocky, and I support you. I don't have any interest in booting anybody, man. It tore me up inside to boot. I'm not gonna say their name just out of respect, but we had to boot. You know, as I know you guys know, I had to. Those people that are in my clan, I should say, I had to boot somebody from the clan. They had unfortunately repeated non-participation in CBC, and I booted them, but that was not an easy decision for me to make. I'm probably could be said to be too nice, which feels icky to say about myself, you know? Shoot. I went for the nuke, and I'm gonna lack the crowd control here. I think we got a sheep ferrican. Can you, Carl? Yeah, good. Okay. All right. We gotta go for the sleep here. Wait, how does it work? So I have to land the decreased defense. Hey, there we go. Didn't land it on... Oh, she can... Oh, then we'll freeze her. Perfect. Just curious, what are typically the requirements to join a clan like yours as something to work toward? The minimum requirements for my clan are actually pretty low compared to probably other clans. I like to teach. I like to help people get better. So I'm willing to take on people that are a little bit lower. However, I say a little bit lower. The problem I was running into is I was bringing in people that were in like silver and would put up like 2,000 points in Clan v Clan. And that doesn't work when you have all these other guys that are busting their butt putting up, you know, 200, 300,000 points in Clan v Clan, and you're just along for the ride. It kind of feels it's frustrating for them, frustrating for me because I'm one of those people, and we lose by, you know, 20,000 points or something, and it's like if that person just tried a little bit, right? So the minimums that I have, you have to be gold 1, and I have a reason behind that. And you have to be a minimum of, I think, 30,000 points, but I set the limit to 20,000 so that you can get your point. You can get your rewards early, but you still have to hit 30. So that's the requirements that I have for my clan. Um, and the reason I do gold, one, is because I did that on my free to play account very quickly. Once hitting gold one, it can seem quite intimidating, but it's pretty easy to hit gold one. So that's why I set it as my minimum. I'm like, if you can hit gold one, it's really going to open up the game for you. And some people may say, well, I don't care about PvP. I totally respect that opinion. I'm not asking you to care about PvP, but if you're not doing gold one, you're missing out on HP percent, defense percent, attack percent. Like you're just leaving damage and power on the floor instead of getting it. So we would bring people in and they're not gold one and they go to do clan boss and they don't do any damage because they can't do any damage because they don't have the extra boost of gold one at minimum. Okay, I said a lot, so I missed a lot of chat. I feel like it's so easy to get a ton of points if you just do the right things in game, like doing all 3 arenas gives so many points. My clan, we require 120k, no personal, and then 180k personal rewards, which is low for a tier 6 clan. Yeah. We require all 3 Hydra keys used and want you to at least 1 key normal, hard, and brutal. We want high Hydra scores. We do as well. PvP is such a good source of extra stats. Exactly. That's the one thing that, I hear people say it all the time. Oh, well, I don't really like PvP. That is totally fine. You do not have to like every aspect of this game. But if you're not... I'm really nervous right now. If you're not getting those extra resources, you're just hurting yourself. And it's frustrating. And here's my bottom line, too. If you're not willing to go the extra mile to get the extra resources, then you're probably not willing to do the extra stuff for clan points. Your Great Hall is maxed? Yeah. That's the other part of it, too. But they're also just the base stats from Arena. So, like, this account is gold 4, almost gold 5, by the way, completely free to play, and only 270 days old. And I didn't play for the last 2 days, so imagine if I had and used all my keys, right? But if you look at the bonuses, like, if you're silver 4 versus gold 3 or whatever, I mean, that's 6% across the board of bonuses that you're just leaving on the floor. I stay in gold 5 on the main account. Oh, man. On the last stage, this is like easy, isn't it? Oh, no, this one's not. This should be easy, especially with Baron. 33%, 30. All right, Baron. Alhain needs a buff. Genbo, and I think we bring a debuffer here. Try and get some fears out. I'll let that run. People can't break the defensive Erebor. Snap. Maybe not Genbo. I don't have Vlad. I don't think he did. Maybe Genbo's better here. I'm just going to try manualing it. I'm not really worried about the stage. I just want to try it. I think my Baron is too slow. It's part of the problem. I'm trying not to trigger the counterattacks, by the way. And Baron won't clear this, will he? Yeah. Close. Close, for sure. And then the counterattacks get him. Yeah, Acrizia doesn't really do anything here. Can Genbo steal the buff? No. Overkill maybe? Nah, dang. I think I can do it without Baron, but I was really hoping for the overkill there. Let's get the kill. And go for the freeze. I may have stripped all her gear now that I think about it. Since she's not in my Dark Fae team anymore. Eh, I'm not worried about it. I'll tinker with it another day, but I really don't care. There is a path event. No, we confirmed it. So if you look at Plarium Play, there's a calendar on it. And so, okay, come on, computer. I can drag, thank you. So the anniversary path event, you'll need to summon souls from soul stones. So, yes, there will be a path event. I will be pulling all my stuff. All right. I used to use Genbo on my arena teams. I'm not. I no longer need him. I have since found better champions. But yeah, he is amazing. I need to strip his gear. That's the problem. Is I still have really good. Oh, Genbo might not have any gear actually. I think I already did that. Probably gonna sell all. I did that. I don't know how long you've been watching Vodka, but I pulled a 6-star Crixia and a 6-star Soul for another mythical, and I sold both of them to buy more stones to spend to complete a tournament, I think. So that was when they first did the first awakening boost. That's when I was like, oh, I'm going to pull these things. And I did. What did I fail on here? I know you told me. What was it? Erebor? I kind of wanted a lot of this. I may have staggered their stuns, like I was saying I want to do. So I may have just maybe even auto it now, but we'll find out. Oh, I could see this wave getting out of hand if I manage to not succeed in my crowd control. I agree. I don't like holding souls that I can't use. I truly, truly do not like that. Ooh, she could have got out of control quickly. Oh, she might get out of control quickly. I'm going to do this to be safe. We just got to not kill anybody too fast. Which I don't think is a problem. I'll save her stun for a little bit longer. I don't like holding souls, but there is this like voice in the back of my head that's like, well, if. And I did that. That actually happened with Rotos. When I pulled the Rotos I have on this account, I had saved his soul up for a very, very long time and then was able to get him, thankfully. Taking you off the board. So I think my Rotos is a +4 soul the moment that I got him. I think we have to kill her now. I wouldn't have sold a 5-star Mikage because she is a guaranteed, but I can understand the rest. One of the big things for me is that some champions just aren't really worth it, especially now. Like Pythion, maybe with the new tier of Ascension, maybe I can see an argument. But like some of the healers, you'd get miracle healing on, right? For Hydra, you don't need it anymore. I mean, there's Padrick, there's Adelaide, whatever her name is. Like, there's so many. Marishka, yeah, okay, Marishka I would have gotten rid of. Not that it's a bad soul, but I'm not gonna ever get a Marishka. But like, yeah, like the what you would normally get on a healer is a little less relevant these days. We need to stop crowd control because I have buff removal tactics. We need to stun. We got the stun. Not everybody got stunned, so we will now stun everybody, and we're good. Yeah, so like healers and revivers and supports, like there hasn't really been a great blessing for them other than like, well, it used to be, oh, Brimstone, but then they nerfed it. And now you have to have, oh, cruelty. Good point. There is cruelty. But now you have to have the 6-star blessing. And so, you know, I always struggle trying to find the right blessing for those champions on my account. After this wave, I really want to test my my team against Dark Fae at the highest difficulty because I don't know that it's still going to be 100% on that difficulty, but it is bedtime, James. After my Dark Fae team, I'm going to go to bed, so let me make sure I got everybody from my clan watching. Once I finish this wave, I'll show you guys the team, and how easy it is and how awesome it is. If you have Armands, I need to caveat that. But the premise of this team actually demonstrates the premise of Dark Fae more than anything else. Armands just makes it easier, is the big thing. And I'll be able to rehearse my thoughts for the video that I want to make on it. Okay. That is my old team. This is the new team. I'm going to okay. First things first about this Dark Fae team. I get it. There's 2 newts. This is an extreme, right? But I want to talk about my old Dark Fae team. So this was my old Dark Fae team right here. Lady Kimmy is the lead for the Speed Aura. Other champions can work here. Ursula, Deacon, regular Speed Aura champions, right? So one of the reasons that a speed lead is important is because that's the only thing that, if I'm, and correct me if I'm wrong, Vodka, but it's the only thing that doesn't get copied by Dark Fae. She copies Mastery, she copies Gear, Ascension, she copies everything. But the Aura, I do not believe, gets copied for Dark Fae. And having a Speed Aura will guarantee that you're going to go first, which is crucial. Again, this is the old team. Why was this the old team? I couldn't reach the speeds I needed to go before Dark Fae. I needed to bring Arbiter, because she was the fastest champion on my team, to get me those speeds. I have better gear. I'm faster. Now, I do the same thing, but with Armands in the reverse. Instead of speeding my team up, I slow the copies down. She does copy Aura? I swear I read somewhere she didn't. I could be... I gotta double check that. Let me look. Maybe it's in the boss guide. I could be wrong. Ah, there it is. Exactly the same speed, so unless you do something to the turn meters, each of them will go right after the champion they're duplicating. Yep, there it is. All right, cool. I'm a dum-dum. See, this is why I need to run my content before my experts first, right? Bolster doesn't get copied. Okay. All right. Regardless, I need the Speed Aura to hit the speeds, to achieve the speeds, right? So this was the old team. Why is this old team a problem? One is my Arbiter is built for PvP with extremely high HP. So, and my Elhain could not kill her unless she used her A3 first on Arbiter. If she just did her A2, she would not kill Arbiter. So, problem number one. And if that happens, so it's not a full auto team. I had to manual it to make sure Arbiter died first. These two are my turn meter controllers and enemy at max HP damage dealers. But the turn meter control was inconsistent out of Cold Heart because it's only on her A3. That's where Newt is an improvement. But honestly, an Allure could be put here. Even Armiger could be put here if you have the gear to support an Armiger in this role. But what I ended up doing is this team, which is much easier. I've got the speeds figured out. I don't need the boost from Arbiter to make sure I go before Dark Fae goes a second time. And Newts are Newts. Baron clears the wave, no questions asked, unless we get a reaction from the accessories on Armands. That is a flaw in the team, but I'm willing to work with that flaw because it doesn't cost me anything to do the run. If it fails because he got a reaction off, cool. The other thing is that even if he does get the reaction off, he usually doesn't manipulate me well enough that I can't get another turn without someone to kill them, because I always kill the whole team. Maybe Armands lives, but then I can just, he dies on other ways. So he's also negative affinity, or no, he's not negative affinity to anybody. So yeah, but I haven't tested it the highest difficulty. So for the team setup for round one, I don't have Lady Kimmy doing anything because so I have Armands opening with the A2, but then never using it again. I don't use Polymorph because it can just make things more frustrating. The Newts do the damage. Baron does so I don't know if this is going to work on this stage, so we need to test it. I have Baron just using his A1 to finish off what the Newts do, but I don't know if it's enough damage for this stage, which is fine because I know the second... Nope, it's good enough. I'll take that. Because this stage is all uncommon. Like, this is squishy. We'll beat this stage, no problem. Yeah, Baron can just do his thing. And now Baron has his cooldown, which is the important part. And Baron. And as you can see, because of Baron and the type of champion he is, he's super squishy. So when he gets copied, he can die without any other necessary changes. Like, I don't need a second nuker to focus down Baron or whatever. And then the Newts go to work with turn meter control. So let's talk general strategy for Dark Fae. Now, this is for the people that are in my clan that maybe kind of don't have a concept of the strategy for Dark Fae. Turn meter control. Think of Dark Fae like Fire Knight. Once you gain control, you just do turn meter control. Now, it's harder on her than Fire Knight because she reduces that turn meter control by 50%. But only by 50%. So when you consider the fact that Armands does a full turn meter wipe, he can take her down to 50%. And then you have your Newts that are constantly hitting with the A1. I think the A2 is turned off. Judging by the weekend that's on, it may not be. And it would behoove me to turn off their A2 for this fight. I may open with it. Let me check the team. I may open with it and then never use it again if I'm smart on round 3. No, it's turned on. So I'm just going to leave it off because I do want to open. This is an emergency opening up to prevent Armands from taking a turn, a copied Armands from taking a turn. I want to open on round 3. I want to open with Dwarven Might. And then let's just do this. Let's just be safe about it. We don't need the weaken. We don't. We really don't. So I say we just don't use Fury of the King. Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying this for people that don't have accounts as, you know, like let's if I was to make this on the free to play, what would I use, right? I would use I have Newt. So I mean, if I'm going to be honest, Newt. So I would go Ursula lead. I would go Armands. I would go Newt, Allure, and then I need a big nuker, but not Sun Wukong. So I would probably use Yakarl, or maybe I could see an argument for Rathalos. But Yakarl is really my only nuker now. That's not Sun Wukong. And Sun Wukong revives himself. So you can't... If you use Sun Wukong against Dark Fae, you're fighting Sun Wukong every time he revives. I could keep it on one of the newts, but I don't need it. I don't want either one of them using it. I want them turn meter controlling the boss. That's what's important. Now, and because you'll see, like, she took some turns there. I didn't want her to take those turns. I would much rather just keep her like if you are on a new account, if you are on an account that does not have the roster depth needed for the hardest boss in Doom Tower. The easiest way is to just turn meter control her the entire fight. If you keep her turn meter controlled, she can't steal your champions. She can't cycle back to where she steals the whole wave again. Like, this one's fine. She steals this one. I wish we didn't waste Blessed Bash there, but that's fine. I think you're going to see an improvement now on the performance of this team if we're not wasting time on that A2. Because look at her turn meter is so much lower now. And you know what? I just realized that Newt's not booked. Because I think he only hit 2 out of the 3 there. Yeah, only 2 turn meters there. Why only 2 there? So she still got a turn there. I'm really not happy about her getting a turn there. Especially because she almost killed Baron. If she kills Baron and then gets another turn later and can potentially steal like a Newt, that could be a problem. Two turn meters there. Yeah, okay, there's 3 turn meters. Okay. And then Newt, obviously the percent base damage makes a difference. She could potentially steal our... Wait, who would be the highest? Maybe Lady Kimmy? I don't know who has higher attack. It could actually be the newts, which sounds funny to say when you consider. What did he just hit with? Oh, it only does the extra damage if he kills the target. That's right. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I could probably speed this wave up a little bit if I changed some of my talent usage around. Okay, that's interesting. So Lady Kimmy didn't get her turn meter taken. And she's... Oh, but she was still stunned. Yeah. And there you go. Oh. Of course you're running Bambus. That's why you wanted me to guess earlier who was on your team. I get it now. Should have been obvious. I know, you do love that panda. This does feel a little bit more consistent with that extra turn meter, though, from only the A1s. And I do think one of the newts isn't stealing... I don't think he's 100%. I gotta check his kit. But yeah, that's... I finally have a perfect farm team for... Dark Fae. Lissandra would be a great option as well. Alright, have a good one, Vodka. I'm going to call it a night here too, guys. Let's see. We're going to kick it off tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We're going to do more free-to-play, and we're going to get some leveling done, I think, which is kind of the boring stuff, but if I can get those levels in and get champions ranked up for Lady Annabelle, we're going to be sitting good. I am going to record the soul pulls tomorrow. I'm going to do them in the morning. So we're going to do those tomorrow morning, probably like 10:30-ish. I'll give people time to show up. So very excited to start. Or sorry, that's too late. I'm streaming at 9:30-ish is what I mean. So, yeah, dude, to all of you, thank you for hanging out. Absolute blast. So, seriously, thank you guys so much. I will see you all next time. Take care.